Well, good morning there, sweet peas. Basic prepper mom Myra. And sorry I haven't been on here, but I kind of feel like unless there's something very specific that will affect or could affect your preparedness type situation, I just feel like that even, current events and stuff that's going on in the world, like everybody knows about it, and do we really need to keep talking about it because everybody else is talking about it? But so I only am jumping on here if there is something that I can offer that will be of use or some assistance to someone who is preparing, any kind of like item that would be a really good thing to have in store, to have in your stock, whatever current situations that will kind of will allow you to see the importance or the timeliness of being prepared. So just saying. Having said that, I do feel like that there is something that we need to have a talk about and discuss, and that is what happened yesterday. Now, I honestly didn't know anything happened yesterday until I was working out last night at the gym, and they have like 4 TVs in the gym, and they have like 2 or 3 of them on different channels. And one of the channels that it was on, 2 of them were local news, but they were different channels. And I saw a blip of something about, I didn't know at the time, something about migrants or immigrants or whatever they call them now, that were causing a riot or chaos or something. And I thought at that moment that it was some sort of jailbreak, because it looked like basically like a mob, and you saw the officers in uniforms, but it kind of looked like correctional officer uniforms. So I thought, just looking at it because I couldn't hear it, that it was some sort of prison break, that okay, they tried to break out or whatever. Wasn't until late last night that I was watching something, I don't know, and I found out that it was actually at the border. And then this morning when I was watching another one of my people that I listen to, he was talking about it and actually had the footage of basically this mob of illegals busted through the first fence. I guess there's multiple fences. Busted through the razor wire in the first fence, and were basically rushing the patrol guards, the border patrol guards. And then it showed another clip where there was the wall, the cage wall, and with the gate, and they were locking the gate, and all of these young male illegals were like rushing the fence and like banging on the fence and screaming and yelling. You could tell because you could see them yelling, and they were raising their fist, and I thought, holy crap. And then there's reports, don't know if it's true or not, somebody just said that they were shouting things like "Death to America" as they were coming through, and that's not been confirmed. That's just, it is what it is. But that would not surprise me at all. Now, this has been, when we talk about security, when we talk about protecting your stuff, we talk about your things, this has actually been one of I'm going to let you in on a little secret because my family doesn't even know this. That's been one of my biggest fears, is that it's not the 1 or 2 or 3 people that might come to your house, come to your property to try to take things, to try to do things, or when you're driving down the road to try to stop your car, or try to, when you're walking down the sidewalk, when you're shopping. It's not those 1 or 2 or 3 people. That's not what I'm worried about. My biggest concern is that we are seeing such an influx of immigrants, migrants, illegal, whatever you want to call them, illegal aliens coming through, and by those videos, that by no means shows me at all that they are just peaceful, kind, loving, caring individuals who just want to have a better life, who just want to come to America to have a better life and a better opportunity. None of that I saw is corresponding with that. Not one bit. Not one bit at all. So that tells me that they are, they obviously look very violent, very angry. Now, that's been my biggest fear, is we have these influx of people coming over, and that you are going down the street, and we've seen this before with the riots and everything, where people would just like surround vehicles, and they would start breaking windows with the people, and they'd pull people out of the cars. They'd do all of that. And of course, everybody's like, well, you just floor it. And there have been people that have just floored it and like ran over people as they were trying to get away, which your life is in danger at that point. You don't know what's going to happen, especially if you have kids. Absolutely. Sorry. Sucks to be you. Shouldn't have done that in the first place. Anyway, we've even seen them surround, I don't know if you ever saw the footage, but there was a big rig that was on a bridge, and they literally, like, this mob of hundreds of people like surrounded him, were climbing up on his rig and you know, trying to break his windows and pull him out, and you know, he's trying to get it's just all bad. So we've seen the mob thing before. That's my biggest fear, is that it's not the few people, it's the mob of people that will be coming, the hordes of people that will gang up together, if you will, that will band together to take or to overpower or to do whatever to those that have what they don't. And that's been my biggest fear, is not the few people, it's the group of people. And that's why it's so important to have a community of people around you that you can count on, because this whole lone wolf thing is not realistic at all. At all. Unless you, maybe, unless you live literally out in the middle of nowhere where nobody's going to find you. You've got your bunker set up. You've got, you know, nobody's going to find you. That might be the only way that you can do a lone wolf situation. Otherwise, it is highly important that we have a community of people around us that are available, willing, ready, and able and available to come to your beck and call if you end up in that situation. Because that's the only way that this is going to work, is if everybody bands together and says, all right, if somebody needs something, we're here to protect. That's what we're going to do. And if you live more than 20 minutes away from said person, probably not going to be an emergency type situation that you're going to be able to help with, just because of logistics and whatever. But that's why you need that tight-knit community of people around you, because all you have to do is make a call, throw the bat signal out, whatever you have to do to call your people in to say, we got a problem here and we need somebody to come in and help us out. Because the only way that we're going to survive something like that is if we have our own group that we band together and protect ourselves, protect what we have, protect our families, protect our community. So, I would highly suggest that you continue to reach out, continue to build that community. Go out and get your freedom seeds and your boomsticks as much as you can, as other people call them. And make sure that you train. Don't just have them, because it doesn't do any good if you have them but you don't know how to use them. Make sure that you're training. Make sure that you're partnering up with people. Make sure that your community trains together. Set up community training days on, you know, if people aren't familiar with the boomsticks and how to use them, then set up community training days where they can come out and they can learn from people who are professionals or who are experienced, who are experts in the firearm field. Don't just take Joe Schmo off the street and be like, have you ever shot? Well, you know, I shot this boomstick once in my life, and yeah, it was kind of fun. But you know what? I can show you how to use it. No, you need somebody who's experienced in firearms to be able to help train your community on what to do and how to do it. All right, that's what I have to talk about today. It's kind of a short one, but that's my biggest fear, is that we're now going to have these hordes of people that are coming in and doing harm. So protect yourself, protect your family. Not saying anybody should be vigilante out there and go all, you know, whatever. But I am saying that defending yourself and training and getting the proper training is very important, and building your community. So that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful, amazing day. Once again, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. I hope you guys have a great day.